Natalie, first of all, you already know what the question is. How do you like the weather?
It's not my favorite weather. Snow's okay, but it's nothing like last year around this time when we were in California and it was sunny and beautiful outside.
You get a lot of snow at home?
Sometimes. It depends on the year. Last year there wasn't lots of snow. It was more ice than there was snow.
Doesn't it feel more like basketball season, though, when there's snow on the ground?
Absolutely. There is no basketball without snow, it seems like.
We come on these road trips, and it's a lot more than basketball, even though this is kind of a short overnight trip. What's the whole experience like to be on a college basketball team and travel?
Traveling's one of my favorite parts of being on the basketball team because on the court is a little bit different than off the court. You, on the court, play with your teammates and you know their playing styles, but off of the court, you seem to actually get to know the girls as other than basketball players. You get to know them like on a different level, and you see their true personalities come out, especially in the rooms with your roommates who you're rooming with. It's a lot of fun.
Well, for example, I'm not going to ask you to tell stories on your room, so who's in your room this time?
I have Kelly, who's a freshman, and Chris, a senior. So there's 3 of us.
There's 3. Is that pretty typical?
Not typical. Usually we have 4, but with the odd number we got 3. And obviously Chris gets the bed to herself as the senior.
There are perks, aren't there?
Absolutely.
Well, you go on the road and you do all that kind of stuff, but you have to pay attention to business at some point. So can you kind of tell people what your routine has been like? Well, let's say what you've done today to prepare for the game.
Absolutely. We get up and we have team breakfast usually between 8 and 9, but Coach, since we played last night, let us sleep in until 9 o'clock and have breakfast. And then after that, we will go and shoot around for usually an hour. And this is just to get some shots up and then also go over our out-of-bounds plays and our offensive and defensive plays. And kind of get ready and scout the other team, watch some film, be prepared for the game that night.
You get to hang out in the hotel room here a little bit, and again, you see sides of personalities come out. So that's also part of it. The waiting, as Tom Petty said, sometimes is the hardest part.
Absolutely. It is difficult sometimes. A lot of the girls like to sleep on their time that they have to themselves, but for me, I have a paper due actually tomorrow. So a lot of us will also get our homework done. It's a time to just chill out and relax on the soft beds of the hotel.
Natalie Closser is our guest. It's the Hyvee Halftime Report. Do you even know who Tom Petty is, by the way?
No.
No clue. Okay, well, we'll just skip that part then. Hey, the game last night, it seemed like, because we shot so poorly in the first quarter especially, were we nervous? Was there nerves out there, you think?
I know for myself personally, I was really nervous. And it was also our first game, so just getting out there, our first official game that counted as a win or loss. And we just had to get our nerves out at the beginning, and then we kept shooting, and then we came out that second half with fire under our feet.
You had to wait a little bit to get in yourself, and when you did get in, does it make it harder when you have to wait a little bit?
I usually am so pumped up that it doesn't really matter when you go into the game. You're expected to go in and do what you need to do, take care of business.
This is probably not a real unfair question at this point in the season, but what's your role on the team this year?
My role seems to be more of I go in as maybe a defensive player, pick up some defense, and then also to get the offense moving. And if anyone's in foul trouble, I'm the next spot up, stepping it up.
We're going to see a very good post player tonight. And when we see a player like that, do you kind of scout him on the bench?
Absolutely, I do. I was kind of watching how she moves. She's very quick on her feet, likes to seal people, and we worked a little bit today on how to seal her from the inside and get the defense to where we would get a little bit extra time to seal her off, but I find it a personal challenge to get myself in position so that she doesn't get the ball.
It's a long season as we visit with Natalie Closser here, and this is just the beginning of it. But people don't understand. It kind of starts from the first day you arrive on campus. It's a preparatory course to get ready for the season. Does that get a little old, or were you ready to play some outside competition?
Well, we started the season in August, on the first day of school almost, and we've been practicing against each other for a long time. So once we finally got to play people other than our own teammates, it's so exciting. And we're so ready to get the season started and start playing other teams as well.
How's school going for you, and how does it fit into your basketball schedule?
This semester, school has been very easy. I'm in kind of a transition semester from nursing school starting next semester, and I finished all my classes really early, so this was a lot of my easier classes, and it's fit really well in my schedule.
Nursing, it's one of the big challenges, challenging courses at Jewell. How do you handle that, and what's it going to be like as you get a little deeper into it?
The deeper that I will go into it, so starting next semester I will have clinicals. You just have to have a lot of time management and be able to know when to maybe go out with the team and watch a movie or stay back and maybe study for that test you're going to have next week. And it's all about weighing your priorities and being ready for whatever the team needs you to do, and then also be ready in class as well.
I've been asking this question for the last month or so to nearly everybody I talk to. What's the value you get out of putting in all that work? I know you're going to be a nurse someday, I get that, but I'm talking more about the athletic side of it. Why go through all of this?
I think that it's almost a sense of self-pride, and that you said that you went all the way through college basketball and you had a team and you helped them, you led them, you were supportive of them, and it's very self-fulfilling actually, and it's just a wonderful experience. I would not have it any other way.
What's more important to you then? Talk about a tough question. Wins or having a good team experience?
I think winning is very important, and that's the main goal. But at the same time, after everything's said and done, in 5-10 years, we're going to be looking at the memories that we made with our teammates. And I know a lot of teammates past have had, well, like last year, Logan Hageman got married, and she had teammates that were her bridesmaids. They're just lifelong friendships, even after basketball.
You know, I hear that so often from players, especially ones that have, even, down the road 20, 25, 30 years, Hall of Famers that come back, for instance. And I think that is the overriding thing. Wish you the best of luck this season.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing you play more and more, especially on those tough posts.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Natalie Closser has been our guest. The Hyvee Halftime Report continues in a moment.